Now,
Okay.
what's up? Hey, Walky. Thanks for joining
Hey, what's up? How you feeling, Chelsea?
Chelsea from New Hero Reviews. How you feeling today? You good?
I'm feeling good. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. Everything's good. So, just a little introduction. You're from Brooklyn. Repping what area? Where you from in
Client
Brooklyn?
Heights. Yeah, Client Heights.
Heights. Okay, that's what's up. All
Home of the
right.
rights.
So you've been doing music for a little while now. Like how
Yeah.
long? When did you start first making music?
Um, I would say professionally, like, you know, I would say like probably like 26, 27. But I've always been around music. But like as far as putting like music out on platforms, but I've always been around music since a kid. Um, growing up, just from my background into just being around my family, just always been around music, even and growing up in a church, singing alto. So I've always kind of been around music. So I can't really put it together, but professionally trying to put music out, yeah, like in my late 20s.
So wait, did I just hear that you a singer too? Because
Well,
what's
I
up
mean, I can
with
I can hold a note, note or two.
that?
Use my diaphragm. Yeah, I always wanted to actually do like one of those. It's kind of cheesy, but like one of those care packages for like Valentine's Day, like
Mhm.
shop a record on Valentine's Day or something like that.
I mean, you should. Why not? That's not cheesy.
Yeah, right.
That's not a problem. I'm sure people will appreciate it. I'll definitely listen. I'll definitely tune in.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it doesn't
all
matter.
right.
I don't think that's cheesy at all. Like, I don't think it's cheesy to release a song based off a vibe or based off the day. Like, if you're feeling in the mood that day and you make a song regarding it, like that's that.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think there's an issue with that. So, like, who inspired you to first make music? Like, you said you grew up in the church, but like, was there anyone or anything specific that really inspired you to start making music?
I would say like my influences and people who inspire me, I guess, were the people who I listen to, like Jay Nas and Big, um, Puff and Jada and the Locks and SP. It's like they just gave us like hip hop is such a like not only from putting the words and the bars together, but then also performing it and to see them doing is like always kind of made me feel like, yo, damn, like I wanted to just emulate the same things that they were doing. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty much it.
I mean, their music, like, I feel like everybody you listed, like, their music is like definitely something that makes you feel, like it makes you really, really be invested in the music. Like you can really relate
Right.
to what they're saying and just the vibe of it, period, just makes you feel some type of way. Music has that effect on people.
Very true. Very, very true.
So how would you describe the music you typically create? Like what's your style? Like what's your vibe from your flow or like what's your vibe for your music?
My style is I like to say that my style is, I guess, pretty kind of like straight to the point. I don't really dance around too much, and a beat around the bush. But my
Yeah.
style is like I've always kind of been very, very into like wordplay and creating a story and telling a story of my experiences. So my style is very, very genuine and original, um, based on my experiences and my background.
Mhm.
Try to keep it as true as possible.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it. Especially in your art form. Um, so yeah, my style is always every record that every record is different because you know like if to put one record next to another record, the styles wouldn't really be the same, and it's so hard sometimes as an artist to like put yourself on the one like box or
Yeah.
in a box, because it's like
Because you could
all
venture
these
out and
emotions that you get from music and that you create through music. So I'm very, very, very eclectic. My style is very eclectic. I should have just said that.
No, I mean that explanation was dope because I understand what you're saying. Like it depends on the vibe and it depends on what you're going through at the moment,
Right.
and that'll really determine the type of vibe you're going with for that sound for that particular
Right.
song. Yeah, I understand. So, what's your creative process like? Like, are you more of a writer? Like, you write out more of your songs, or do you go like in the booth and just hit it bar for bar?
Oh man, if I had the resources, I would love to do that. That's the best way I think to do it. There's so many ways. You know, people have different ways. My version and my way, my creative process involves like, okay, you know, me just kind of taking a beat, and the beat itself is telling me a story. And sometimes it's very interesting that, you know, producer might name this beat like, you know, Dark Stormy Night, and then you end up writing a song about black, you know, black power, black empowerment, something like that. And it's so crazy. My creative process is like, okay, I'll take the beat, listen to the beat, we start freestyling, and then start using that freestyle on the beat from what we already recorded. Me and the homies, we chilling, and then we'll just use that as a reference track, and just break everything down. You take the things that you're most passionate about, the things that you might have said that had the most feeling, and go with that.
Yeah. So, is that kind of how you got in the booth and made No Ceilings? Because that song is like really motivational, really inspirational, like kind of just the vibe that I got, like the message that I got.
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
it's like you have nothing really stopping you from doing everything you want to do in this life.
Right, definitely.
Like
Definitely.
stay away from the nonsense, stay away from anything that doesn't serve you, and kind of just go forth with what you really want to do. So like
Yeah,
what was like the vibe when you were making that? Like what made you go that route with that song?
oh man. It was like I don't even know, because that was a night we was at Komodo Lounge, and you know, we was drinking, we was having a great time. And I think like 2 3 days later, because last year I recorded a span of like almost like 20 records. And so last year, while I was in that process of just recording, when we went out and had that great night at Komodo Lounge, I just wrote about it. And so when I let my friends hear it, he was like, wow. He was like, yo, he's like, it's crazy, man. Like, because I don't know, it was like, I just felt like it was such a legendary night. But it was more than just to, not only even just that night, but the things that, like, you know, the things that we see and we glamorize, and we think that like it'll get you that far, and it really doesn't. And so, like, you know, No Ceilings is not only just for like um the trapper and the hustler. No Ceilings is for like the everyday person. You know what I'm saying? It's like for that person who's just constantly pushing themselves uh past their edge and past their comfort zone. And that's what No Ceilings is about.
That's the vibe I got from it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
thank you. Thank you so much.
I was listening to it, right? And I was like, oh, I could use that line as a caption, or oh, I could use that line as a caption.
Thank you.
I was like, well, he's
Thank you.
spitting real shit in this because I want to use like almost every bar as a caption on like an Instagram photo or something.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So
Yeah, it was just like that record. I wanted to be very, very clear, concise. The temperature, even the tempo, I wanted to like, you know, it had so much pocket where I could really, really talk to them, you know.
for sure. And I definitely felt it listening to it.
Thank you. I
Well,
appreciate that.
you got the visual dropping for that. That's gonna come out.
Yes, it's dropping March 4th this week, March 4th at 3 p.m. You know, people who haven't subscribed to my YouTube, or if they want to subscribe to my YouTube, is, you know, youtube.com/Walky Wah.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I just been working with such a great videographer, and then like the vision that I have for like just going forward. I just want everything to become very, very creative and more
Yeah.
the bigger than every project or every single. Just want to create something bigger and something that people can, really, really kind of like, feel, gravitate to, or whatever,
Yeah.
get something from it. But yeah,
So, you dropped The Grass is Greener in
yeah, yeah.
2019, right? So, are we gonna have like another follow-up EP? Should we expect something like that this year, or are you gonna be dropping a couple more singles? Like, what should we expect next?
I think well, the grass is greener. Like it was it was a project that I didn't, really, really push as much as I should have. And there would definitely be more, like I might even do an unplugged version to The Grass is Greener, and
Okay.
maybe add like a few more songs
That-
to it. We like, me and my friends, we have a beautiful collective. So maybe I might even just kind of bring it in a live instrumentation, an unplugged version to the audience, to kind of reintroduce it to them. The Grassy Green is my first album, and it was like my baby, because it was a lot of records that I had from over the years, and that was like the push I needed to start really, really recording and really being a
Yeah.
recording artist. And so now I'm just like going forward, just taking my time with everything that I do, so I can properly give it to the people,
Yeah.
and so that they can see it in a way. You can't never do anything half-ass,
Absolutely.
especially when it comes to your art. So a
Absolutely.
lot of times it takes time, but I'm fully ready to just like, like you expect something like on a monthly basis, probably another, you know, two, three, 2, 3 weeks from here, I'm gonna be, you know, dropping the No Ceilings remix, and the visual. So
Okay.
yeah, I want
Okay.
people to look out for that too. I
Okay.
just want to build a
Excited.
catalog.
Yeah.
Say if you build it, they'll come, and that's what I'm just working on. Just working on, just building the catalog and executing. That's the main thing. Applying the knowledge that I gained from last year and the years before. Just seeing things and seeing what works, trial and error. This
Yeah, because you've been doing this for a long time, like since 26, 27. That's a few years.
Yeah,
So like,
I've been doing it long. I've been doing it longer. It's just that I didn't have the goal. I was like, initially I had started as my friend's hype man, my good brother. I was his hype man. So I've always been around music, and people was like, yo, you need to start rapping, walk, da da da. But it's funny because as a kid, I used to rap. Me and my friends had this group. It was called 331, and then this is while I was still going to church and everything. And I used to take my mom used to record the pastor
mhm.
on her like Sony cassette, those little Sony cassette joints.
Yeah.
Recorded, she used to record the pastor and everything. And I used to take that. This is when I first started like rhyming, like 16 years old, me and my friends from church, and we had this group called 331. Um, and I used to record over her sermons, and it's like, so I've always been around music. It's just that like I didn't really start it. I didn't even just up until very, very recently, I was like, you know what? Started really feeling like, yo, I'm an artist, because I'm really, really taking my craft serious. And like, and every year I noticed that like, even it might have been some stagnation, but there's always been some kind of growth leading to, okay, all
Absolutely.
right. So I'm surprising myself now, like,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm trying to do. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, okay, like
That's
here
dope
we
though.
go.
Like the further you go, the more you chase your dreams, the more you really
Yeah,
do what you're passionate about, the more you see yourself and who you really want to be. And it's
right,
like
right.
it's
That's
like
true.
you're really on this journey of like finding yourself. And it's I feel like it's a never ending journey, to be honest. I feel like we're
Oh
constantly
yeah, most definitely. That's the
finding out
biggest.
different things about ourselves, constantly growing, constantly learning. And this is just it's a process. But do you feel like you've come a long way from like recording over your mom's sermons,
Oh man.
sermons to like where you
I-
are now? Like how comfortable are you in your music now?
oh man, I feel so comfortable. Cause when I first started recording, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. For real, I never liked my voice. And
I feel you. I
people
understand.
be like, yo, your voice is so powerful, so strong. It was powerful and strong, but sometimes I felt like when I heard myself, I was like, oh, you a little off, like the tone. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And then it's like started realizing how to use my voice, and and what records and the what kind of energy I need to bring. So
So
yeah.
now you're really in the zone with as far as
Yeah, definitely.
as far as like how comfortable you are listening to a beat, listening to
Right.
a song. You're really in your zone with all of that.
Yeah, like living and speaking with conviction. Like, this is what it is. This is my life. This is, you know, this is like me giving you uh my memoir on tape. You know what I mean? As we go, as I continuously, look forward to another day. You know what I'm saying? God willing, you know what I'm saying? As long as God blessed me to see one, so
For
this
sure.
is it. It's beautiful, you know.
Yeah, it really is. It's a beautiful journey to be on, and I'm happy to witness it. I'm happy to witness your growth.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Listen to everything that you put out. Check out all your visuals for
Thank
sure.
you so much. Thank you
Um,
so much. I also got the, this is also the brand here. So,
oh, word.
this is, sculpted for success is a man chiseling himself. You
Oh,
know,
oh,
and so me and my brother that I've also been doing music with since we were younger. I met him in high school, my brother BD3.
mhm.
We we put together, this brand sculpted for success of creation, and not only just music but art and fashion and film and stuff like that. And so this is like one of the colorways that we had, the black and gold S4S hats, back you got stay chisel. And then, I also got the no ceilings merch. I just had to
Hey,
come
word. I
prepared,
was about to say, I see that sweatshirt.
brand representation. I'm just making sure that we connecting with the people.
Yeah,
I just want to connect, man. I just want to connect and
sure.
give the people good product and good music, and leave something that's gonna last for a lifetime. You know.
Hopefully this summer, if things get a little bit better with this pandemic, we could start like seeing more performances from artists, seeing more
Ooh, yeah,
like,
that's because
you know, that's like
that's
what
also
I'm
part of the
missing,
game of
man.
hip hop.
Yeah. I
You
miss
got to be able
watching
to put that
people.
shit down. That's a fact.
I miss watching
Yes.
people because then you can see the real energy that they put into the
We're
song,
like,
you know?
yeah, is he that good? You know, your friend, is
Exactly.
he that
Yeah, exactly. Like I
good?
feel like it's a whole different level when you see an
That's
artist
very true.
perform their
That's
song.
very true. And I love the type of people in my collective, the people I know. I've gone to their shows, and they, one thing that this art, this culture is about showmanship. You know what I'm saying? Because it
Absolutely.
started off like that, and it
Absolutely.
has to remain that way. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the elements. And I've seen a lot of, like, especially the people in my circle, in my collective, like, very, very good showmanship. Energy level is great, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounded
I
good,
just
on audio, and then also be able to
and
get that.
in person. You
Yeah,
gotta have that
exactly,
like high energy, really get the crowd
exactly.
like revved up. That's what I miss
Mm-hmm.
though, because when it's genuine, it's real easy to make people
Oh,
feel you. You know?
ooh,
Absolutely.
that's what people miss about concerts, those feels and those chills, like
Yeah.
concerts and stuff like that, and going to sporting events, but like concerts. But yeah,
So
for real, like.
is there a song that
Mm-hmm.
you're looking forward to performing once stuff opens back up? Like is there a track that you're really like, oh, I can't wait to perform this joint?
Oh wow, I would say that I can't wait to perform like No Ceilings, because like I always
Yeah.
I just want to be able. I kind of want to just do my, when the city opens. Actually, there was something that I saw recently. There's this place called the Jackets in Brooklyn. It's like this big theater space for like artists and creators, and they think they recently put something out, like saying like um you can, they'll basically host whatever you're trying to do, give you a
Oh,
stipend, as long as it's under the, like, coronavirus guidelines and things
yeah.
of that nature. And so it's something like I think is really, really good, especially for artists and creators. I'm not trying to plug them in like that. I just saw it, and
Yeah.
I should have done it. And I think the deadline was like, I think it might be I don't know, it might have passed or something like that. But I just can't wait till like there's different like avenues and platforms for me to perform, because that's what it's about, man. Performing is
Yeah.
fun. It's
I mean,
fun,
and I've been seeing artists like perform on their lives, or, like put out videos of them performing their songs to kind of give the audience a feel of how, like they feel for their songs. But I feel like it's so different in person. But
Oh man,
I honestly still appreciate everybody that's putting out videos like performing their songs, because I still can feel it. Like I can still feel the
yeah,
energy,
exactly,
but I want to be
exactly.
there.
We,
I
you
wanna
know,
be there.
we found ways to work around it, like,
Yeah.
but it's just not the same. We
Yeah,
have to
for sure.
really be. We need concerts back. We need to be able to be safe, but we need concerts back. We
For
need
sure, man.
shows. We need to be able to see these artists. The fans need to be able to feel us and touch us and hear us and see us, and that's
Yeah.
important.
So like, what do you hope people get from your music? Like, is there like a certain message or a certain vibe you hope to give out with the music you create?
Never give up. Never give up. Because I'm not. I could have given up, and I think that in the beginning, I like when I was like very young and I was doing music, and I really thought that me and my friends are gonna make it. We had there's a few attempts when me and my friends came together and we tried to form groups in my teens and in my 20s. But just to never give up. I would just say to never give up. Like even looking back at myself like 5 years ago, like never give up and just put the energy out there because you just never know.
Yeah.
Um, and keep it fun, man. Keep it fun. Like it's fun. It's fun truly creating. That's the process. And sometimes when it's over, it's like, oh, all right, cool. Because you
Yeah.
want to do it again. And it's all about doing it again. Can you do it again? Especially in this generation. They're like, oh, that's cool. You gotta that's no song is cool. Can you do it again? Is there another?
Yeah, like you gotta
And
keep
that's it.
up.
Right. And you have to always put me versus me always at the forefront. So then that way you always stay sharp, stay chisel. So
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it definitely is you versus yourself. Like it's never,
definitely.
because there's so much content out there. There's so many people out there that make music, so many people that do this and do that. And you can't be discouraged by someone else that's already out. Like you're on your
Exactly.
own journey, you're battling yourself. You're not battling that person. They're battling whatever they're dealing with. You have to deal with what you're dealing with so that you could put out the best content, the best music possible.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. All the way. All the way. And when I see a lot of like, because there's so many people that do music, but things are like when I see a lot of my friends and my people, creating such dope like projects and coming up with great ideas and songs and stuff like that. I'm so happy and it inspires me. Like, oh, I want that same feeling. It
Yeah.
inspires me to try to make a record like that. And that's what it's about. Connecting and inspiring. You know, um, things could go the way you never thought it'd go. But
Really,
like
exactly.
right now, this is it. Like, creating and making music and trying to connect, just connecting and, doing something that is not only gonna help myself, but then also leave an imprint for like, the future generation and even try to find a way to help, the people out in Haiti, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I always have them on my mind. Went there like in 2019, but yeah, that's what it's about, man. Making music to connect with people, and music can just reach so far and
Absolutely.
wide.
Absolutely.
you know
You never know who's listening to your music. Like, do you ever go to your Spotify and it says a country like that you never
right.
even heard about? Like, I didn't know that they were listening to me out there.
Yeah,
So it's crazy
definitely.
especially in this day and age with all these streaming services, and there's so many different ways that you can put content out. You never know who you're gonna reach.
That's very true. That's very, very true. But like the one thing about hip hop and what I truly love is that, I started doing it because it was fun. It was my escape. Music has always been my refuge. And that first record I heard, it was that DJ Zane, hey Mr. DJ, as a kid, my grandma, I always kind of had like hip hop, very close and always held it very close, near dear to my heart, you know. Me and my friends, even as kids, we recorded as like very, very like young. And then to look at us now and to see us doing this like 20 years later, it's like, wow, you know.
Yeah,
And sometimes you like you think that you haven't made your dreams come true when you really have been living it all your whole life. And
absolutely.
sometimes we have to be able to be comfortable in finding our own success, but also being able to have compassion for the small things that we do and the small steps, you know,
Absolutely.
the small feats, you know, because those count too. Those matter.
Absolutely. I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like feeling nostalgic and I was like thinking about how my life was in like 2018.
Right,
And
right,
I'm like looking around and I'm like, everything I have right now, I was praying for back then.
right,
So it's like I gotta be like very mindful. You have to be like very mindful of how far you've come. And
right.
like take that for stride, like recognize that you have made some advances, you have made moves towards where you want to be. Even though you're not there yet, you're still on your way.
Facts. Big
Exactly.
facts.
So I wanted to ask,
Yes.
are there any artists that you're interested in collaborating with, or are there any collaborations that we can expect soon, or anything like
Um, I'm interested in collaborating with anyone. Like you know, that's what it's about. Truly, truly, honest and truly. And um, hopefully this year, like one of the goals for me is to collaborate with more artists, and we should be able to build a collective. You know, like why every time when I go to go to another state, you could, you know, radio isn't big anymore. There was this discussion I heard that like whether radio breaks artists or not, or but basically the point I'm trying to make is like you'll go to different states and you hear other artists on radios, but you know if there was a different, I guess if we all were on the same, we had a collective where you know we weren't like
competing with
not
each other?
we all had the same amount of attention if we were working towards the same thing, you know, then we all be able to get on. And that's not because we all bring something different, you know, like fucking Wu Tang or something. I mean, like everybody has something special to give,
Absolutely.
and
That's
and
true.
so I'm open to collaborating with a lot of people, just because it just you know it brings a different flair, different energy
Yeah.
to that record, whatever that ideal is.
And it kind of forces you as an artist to, if you are in a comfort zone, to kind of step out of it
Oh yeah,
and see someone
definitely.
else's point of view, or someone how someone else interprets music, or how someone else interpreted this beat and what they felt they should write about versus how you feel about the beat, you know?
Very true.
Like
Very, very true.
being a feature, I feel is like an honor because that person was like, I have this track and I really love it. Who can I see on it? And they
Right,
you know
exactly. That's a fact.
to like
And that's definitely an
emphasize their
honor.
point. Yeah,
That's
so I
definitely,
always
definitely an honor.
I always like to hear features between, you know, like other local artists to like see that everybody's working together, you know, like they recognize that you guys are trying to get to like similar places in life, and like
Exactly.
why not work together to get to
Why
that?
not?
Yeah.
Why not? And you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, doing music and, you know, um, and music, the music game is a tough game. But, you know, it definitely is. I'm sure it has to be and stuff that people go through. But at the end of the day, for me, like music is fun. You know, they say
Yeah,
you got to know the business. You know, you definitely got to know the business first. But music is fun.
absolutely.
I love creating. You know, and that's what I do music because I love creating and I want to connect with people. You know what I'm saying? I want people like, even if it's one thing I said, you got one thing from it. It's like, oh, I can't
Yeah,
believe you said that. You know, I want that reaction. You know, like,
absolutely.
but
That's
yeah,
definitely
music is
understandable.
life.
Because
Yeah,
like
music is life.
music comes from like I feel like when you're trying to portray your emotions,
Right,
it's very personal to more people. Like everyone who creates music, their music is personal to them, and they
right.
hope that through releasing these emotions and releasing these things and these experiences that they have, that they can relate to other people that may be going through it and not realize, oh, like there's other people that are feeling the same or that have had the same kind of experiences.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and it's nice, you know, like we all like we love it when we hear a song and we could just like relate with every single lyric. Like it's just hitting you back and back
Oh
and back.
man.
Like I love when I could find a song that just like
Of
relates to what
course.
I'm going through in that moment, you know? Because like it makes
Yeah.
me feel like in that moment it makes me feel like I'm good. Like I'm not alone in this. Like I got it, you know?
Right. Exactly.
And it's
Exactly.
it's great that there's a lot of people out there that are willing to share those moments, you know? And thanks for
Oh
being
yeah.
one of them.
You said who?
I said, and thanks for being one of them, for being one of those
Thank you.
people
Thank
that
you.
likes to
Thank you.
share those moments. Because I truly appreciate your music. I listen to it. I listen to No Ceilings like a lot. I'm not gonna
Thank you
hold
so much. I
you. I listen
appreciate
to those
that.
ceilings
Thank
a
you.
lot. Listen,
Thank you. I truly
like,
appreciate that.
yeah, like if I'm ever
You know,
feeling, like down or like a little bit like, damn, what do I do next? Like, what do I do next?
mhm.
I'll just like put on some music, hoping to get some inspirations. And No Ceilings is definitely on that list for me.
Thank you. Oh man, wow. Wow. And that's see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You
Yeah,
know, this is it. This is why I do music, because it's
yeah,
like that feeling is there's nothing like that feeling, you know. And even from when people hear your music to if you when you're performing, when there's nothing like it. You know, that's what it's about. It's about the human connection. We're all a part of this human evolution, you know, but music encapsulates all these different moods, you know, that we're able to share and people are able to connect with. So yeah, man, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
yeah.
I feel like now it's like I have a duty not only to myself, but to everybody else to always keep going, to never give up,
Yeah.
because like you're like, yo, damn, what happened? Like you
Yeah,
know,
absolutely,
you can't
absolutely.
just give us this record and just stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's how I feel. Like every time I start something, I'm like, yo, you can't stop now. You got so many people supporting you, so
right.
many people like looking after you, looking to see what you're doing next. Like you can't really slow down. And
Yeah, I
not,
want you to keep going, and I
yeah,
want to thank you for being a part of this as well. You know,
yeah.
um, I first started actually doing this with uh my lady. She was like, you know what, we're gonna try to get you some interviews so we can get you more content. And so this is actually my first interview, so I want to
Oh,
thank you.
word.
You
Oh,
know, and I
awesome. I'm
appreciate.
so glad.
Shouts out to New Hughes Review, New Hughes Review, and it's my actually my first video interview. You know, so
Oh, dope. I'm so grateful to be your
you know
first.
I know you'll be able to chop up all those little hiccups and stuff that we went through. But yeah, this is my first actual interview talking about my record. Um, you know, and I'm very very
I
appreciative of it.
I keep these very raw. So
Yeah,
this is like
yeah.
this is how it's gonna be. They're gonna see the real you. I let everyone see exactly
That yeah.
who you are. Like every hiccup, every whatever, it happens. This is life. We human. Like I'm not
Yeah,
trying
that's a
to make
fact.
anything perfect. Nothing's perfect over here. I know that.
That's a fact. That's a
So
fact.
just let it be what it is. We just, have a conversation. It's nice. But anyway,
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm really looking forward to the No Ceilings visuals. I'm really looking forward to watching that.
Yeah,
Can't wait
yeah.
for that to
Thank you
drop.
so
I've
much. You
been
worked so
waiting
hard on that.
for that to drop. Been
Thank you.
waiting
You
for
worked
the
so hard on
video,
that.
Walky. Like, what's up?
Yeah, yeah. You know, that's also the plan too. That's the goal this year, is to actually put out more visuals. I was thinking of anywhere from like um 6 to 8, you know, depending on how we moving on, and then hitting our deadlines as far as it was, we making sure we hit the deadlines, and probably could give more, but like the goal right now is definitely like 6 to 8 videos. And yeah, man, I'm
Working,
excited. I'm
working all
excited.
year. I
Just putting
feel it.
different hats on, and
Yeah.
you know, just being able to give you guys not only just music but like art. You know, even this artwork here was, you
So,
know, I want to shout out the artist. She's amazing. She's actually, we collaborated. She's a Brazilian artist, and her name is Vanessa Paz. And she basically heard No Ceilings, and I told her what, you know, I wanted and what I saw, and she brought this to life.
oh
So
wow.
shouts out to her, because not only are we bringing people music and trying to give them, you know, like the premium and the best, but also we're bringing art and visuals and things of that nature. So I just wanted to shout her out. I think that, you know, this collaboration here, this artwork and what we conceive is gonna last for a lifetime.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I'm very, very proud of that collaboration. And shouts out to her.
It's dope. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to everything that you're putting out next. 6 to 8
Thank you.
videos is a lot, so I know you're gonna be working all year.
Oh
Still
man, yeah,
really
it's
early
time.
in the year. It's
Yo, it's
still
time.
February, so
It's time. You know, I think next month, I think I might call it March Madness. You know
oh
what I
wait,
mean?
I'm prepared. Let's
You
go
know,
for sure.
so I can't wait for y'all to see the future. But
I
so
feel like, in all honesty, we've been cooped up so long. Summer 2021 doesn't have any other choice but to be lit. Like,
oh yeah, yeah, we
doesn't have
gonna rev
any
it
other
up.
choice. We
We
definitely
gonna
gotta be like
woo.
outside this summer. That's what I'm trying to be outside this
Seriously,
summer.
I know.
That's it.
I seen this meme or something like that. It said that like, yo, people gonna be outside at 9 a.m. You know,
Yeah,
once summer hit,
absolutely.
they're gonna waste a minute.
What's the
They're
word?
gonna
What's
waste
the
a
move?
minute. But yeah,
What's the move? 9 a.m. I ain't even eat breakfast yet, but what's up? Let's go.
yes. But
But
we definitely gonna set the temperature, you know. So you could
absolutely.
definitely can look out for more Walky Wah. Um, definitely more music, more visuals, more merch, more collaborations, you know,
Yeah.
just more, you know, just more. We can't stop. We just can't now. We really, really can't. And I'm very, very proud of not only myself, but like, you know, my circle and the collective. And because it's not easy, you know. So I just want to
Yeah.
also shout out like not it's not like you see me here, it's not only just me. It's like, you know, I have like a lot of good people, my family, my loved ones, and that, you know, it's been supporting. So it's like I appreciate them, you know, on this journey, especially as we get older, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's definitely nice to have a great support system
Yeah, definitely,
and a
definitely.
great team around you that's constantly motivating you and letting you know, like,
Yeah, that's what it's
to
about.
keep going and to keep pushing. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. It's really nice to have that support. I definitely appreciate everybody that supports me for sure. So thank you
That's what it is.
so much for doing
Thank
this
you,
interview
Chelsea.
with us.
Thank you. To
So
new
much.
you. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
It
I
was so
appreciate
grateful
this.
to be your first interview. I didn't realize I was,
It's
but
my
I'm
first.
grateful
Oh
to
man,
hear
you
this
popped my cherry.
opportunity. Thank you so much. All right, Walk. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.